Calhoun with LowKick MMA, and today I am joined by the defending PFL welterweight champion, Ray Cooper III, who takes on Rory MacDonald in the upcoming PFL playoffs. Ray, thanks again for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you for having me.
To start off, just kind of catch us up on what you've been up to since your last fight at PFL 5 and how camp has been so far for you.
I've just been training and camp has been good. It's just we've been always in camp from the beginning of the season. You're always in camp, so yeah, I'm ready.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about your upcoming fight. Obviously, it's a big matchup with Rory MacDonald. What are your thoughts on him as an opponent, and how do you feel you match up with him stylistically?
He's a good opponent. He's just another guy in my way for getting back to the title for the finals. And yeah, he has a lot of experience. He fought the big name guys when he was younger, and yeah, he's a good opponent, but I'm a bad matchup for him. The pressure that I'm gonna put on him, he's not gonna handle him, and yeah, I cannot wait to take him out.
Absolutely. Well, as the defending champion, do you feel that you've almost been overlooked this season just because of the hype surrounding Rory and his signing in the offseason?
Yeah, a little bit. They came in, plenty of UFC guys came into the PFL, and a couple of them are already out of the tournament. And
right.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's supposed to happen. These guys fought in the biggest organization, so I don't feel no hate towards him, but it's all right. It's a fight, and I will do my thing, and I will take him out.
Absolutely. Well, what were your thoughts on his controversial loss to Gleason Tebow? Did you get a chance to watch the fight at all?
I watched a little bit after my fight. Yeah, I thought he edged out a decision, and that's supposed to show you cannot leave it in the judges' hands. And even with my fight, I was disappointed that I had to go to a decision because you never know what's going to happen with the judges. These judges, they're not fighters, and
right.
They don't know the aspect of the game. And yeah, it's a real iffy topic because these guys is just ruining people's lives with their decision making, and but all in all, you're not supposed to let him go to the judges anyways. So it's kind of on him, and yeah.
He recently talked about how it might be time for some sort of change in how MMA fights are scored, a la the open scoring system used in a couple of promotions. What are your thoughts on judging in MMA today? And do you think that the system needs to be changed at all? I noticed you mentioned that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I think the judges that is judging, they don't know what the hell they're judging. I think they should have real MMA fighters, not boxing fighters or boxing judging. This is not boxing. This is MMA, and I think we need actual fighters in there judging the fight because they're the only ones that's gonna know about it. And yeah, it's weird, and somebody needs to change this.
Do you think guys like Randy Couture and Hall of Famers in MMA should be involved in that process when it comes to scoring and judging?
Yeah, for sure. Randy for sure, because he's been pioneering the sport. He's been around it. He knows the ins and outs of fighting and what it takes, and just how the fight should be scored. You know what I mean? If guys is just not doing anything and they just can't taking one guy down and then holding him there and not doing nothing with it, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, we just have to do something about it. Somebody needs to do something about it.
And then obviously last season was canceled due to the pandemic. Kind of talk about the work you put in during the time off in 2020 and how sweet does it feel knowing that you're right back where you were before the pandemic and making the PFL playoffs?
Yeah, I wasn't really doing that much. I was training with my cousin and my brothers for their fights, and it was good to take a year off. I fought twice. I fought 2 years in a row. I have 10 fights within those 2 years. not many guys have that much fights. We fight the season with the season. We fight 5 times if you're going all the way within the span of 6 months, and some guys don't even fight that. They let them fight 5 times. Some guys fight 5 times in like 2 years. So, yeah, it was good to take a year off, and I'm excited to be back in the position in the playoffs again, like how I expected. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, how big is MMA in Hawaii? Because I feel like with athletes like yourself, Max Holloway, others like Rachel Ostovich, the sport has really grown over there over time.
The sport's been big way before I was fighting, and even Max.
Right.
Back in the 90s, the thing was bigger than MMA. Had Super Brawl, Rumble on the Rock, a lot of big events, and it's kind of watered down here with the MMA scene, with the local events. It's kind of watered down. Gotta go and fight on the mainland, and it's real watered down over there, but that's all right. I'm looking to bring it back to its heyday. Hopefully we can fight down here with the PFL in the next years. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I also got to get a quick fight prediction from you. What are your thoughts on the upcoming boxing match between Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul coming up in a couple weeks?
I don't know, man. Just freaking cartoon crap.
Yeah.
I really don't know. So I think they're all in it for the money, and just it's not a real competition boxing match, because Tyron Woodley is he's coming off a 4-loss streak, and Jake Paul is just I mean, the kid in hands. He obviously has hands. He's knocking out guys that never fought. You know what I mean? Or he fought Ben Askren. Like, he's not a boxer. You know what I mean? Tyron Woodley is not a boxer either. He's a puncher. He's actually a wrestler.
Right.
So I don't know, man. That's a hope. I hope Tyron Woodley wins, because that would look very, very bad on his part and the MMA community. So, yeah, I hope he wins. We'll see. But
absolutely. Well, before we go, I'll give you the final word to shout out any sponsors you may have, and let fans know where we can find you on social media.
Yeah, thank you to my sponsors, Hawaii's Finest, HFG, Hawaii Fight Gear, Poke by the Pound, just follow me on Instagram, Ray Cooper III.
All right. Well, Ray, thank you so much for the time today, and best of luck with your fight. And I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.